Go for yours then.
All right. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday, December 7th Planning Board meeting of the Town of Litchfield. Would you all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Kate Stevens is not here tonight, and Curtis said he would not be coming, and Joan is not here. So if we do have to vote, I guess I would appoint Sam to be an alternate. Would you be willing to do that?
Yes, I start.
Okay. It looks like we do have a quorum. Roll call of members. Michael Proto, Chair.
James Buffetti, member.
Kimberly Queenan, Selectman's Rep.
Ron Stevens, member.
Sam Terrell, alternate member.
Okay. And we have Jay Mencara from NRPC. Welcome. The first item on the agenda, public input on non-agenda items not on the agenda for this evening. Is there any members of the public that wish to comment on any non-agenda items? Seeing nobody, I will close public input on non-agenda items, and we'll go to the first order of business, which is Mel's Funway Park, 443 and 454 Charles Bancroft Highway, tax map 20, lots 14 and 17. Owners Whitney Realty Trust and KBT Realty Trust. Site plan amendment to propose, adding 58 parking spaces in 3 locations, add stormwater drainage, a winter light show along with the existing trails where the haunted hayride currently lies, an outdoor laser tag arena throughout the woods where the haunted hayride currently lies, and a Christmas tree sales area adjacent to the arcade building. For a more detailed view of all of that is proposed on site, please see the site plan entitled Mel's Funway Site Plan Amendment. Applicant for this project has requested a continuation to January 4th, 2022 is my understanding. Give them a little bit more time. Jay, do you have anything to add on that, or just?
No, just that, if it's the will of the board, that a motion would be in order to continue to the January 4th meeting.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion to continue to January 4th, 2022. Do I have a second?
Second.
Ron, Stevens, seconded. Any discussion?
Just to remind me, we wanted them to do a traffic study. Are we doing the outside or the inside, or are they doing a full blown? Are they doing an indoor?
They said they were going to do a traffic memo and
Right.
submit it to us.
Okay.
And my understanding is that that's in process, but it wasn't ready for this evening, which is why they
Yep.
wanted the continuance.
Because I feel bad if they're doing right turns and left turns on 3A. I mean, I think it's more internal, that I'm questioning. So if they're I'm not wasting, but if they're doing a lot of money on that, I'm not sure what they're doing for traffic. So you think it's an internal memo? I do
Yeah,
remember that
it's not a
discussion.
full-blown study that I
It's
know.
expensive. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of continuing this hearing to January 4th, 2022, please signify by saying aye. Those opposed, abstained. Motion passes 5-0-0. Okay. The next item of business is Eversource 380 transmission line. Are they here this evening, Jay, or no? Okay, so they're not coming. You don't.
Not to my knowledge. They're not
Okay,
coming.
all right. This was actually provided to us by the zoning board. They wanted us to comment on this project. Eversource is proposing to replace the utility structure and fiber static wire on top of poles with optical ground wire adjacent to Cummings and Brickyard Drive. They have appeared before the Conservation Commission. And the Conservation Commission, I think, recommended that everything looked good, that they can, they're going to write a letter to the zoning board. And they would actually come before us. They want our comments as well. So, do we know if they are going to be coming in at all, Jay? Or?
No, I don't believe so. They don't really need any kind of approval from the planning board. The request came from the zoning board
Okay.
for input because that's one of the criteria. I don't believe they intend to come to the board unless, of course, the board requests. We do have the basically the application that
Mhm.
was sent to the zoning
Right.
board, and it does include a narrative that describes how they believe, at least, that they meet the criteria. Certainly, though, I think if the board felt that they did want them to come to do a presentation, that's a request that we could make.
Is there I forget, was there a time limit on this? Did they need it by a certain date?
Not that I'm aware. I'm sure they want it as soon as possible, but I don't know if there's a particular
Yeah.
zoning board agenda that they're working up against.
Okay.
Their next meeting, sorry to butt in, their ZBA's next meeting is on the 20th.
It is on
And the next planning board meeting is the 21st.
Okay. So. I guess the question is, how does the board feel? Do they want to make a motion to approve this proposal to replace the utility line and as recommended to the zoning board? They're the ones that have to make the decision, not us, but
I just have a question.
recommend.
Jay, maybe you can answer this. Is this basically an upgrade? I'm curious as to why they want to do it.
My understanding was that it was more maintenance. So it says that it is a replacement project. So I took it as largely being replacement in kind. I mean, maybe there's some improvement, but that's what I understood, is it was replacement.
I mean, we certainly can make comments. We don't have to make comments. It's up to the board. So,
I had prepared a few questions, expecting someone to be here, but I guess I'll just ask Jay and the rest of you. I wanted to know so they probably do this kind of thing in wetland areas relatively often. So I wanted to know who on their team is like the expert and what are their qualifications on wetland construction.
And that I don't know.
Okay.
Well, conservation, were you at that meeting?
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to call on him if were you at the meeting? You
From what I
remember as well,
understand,
right?
well, the memo is from GZA Environmental, so I would assume that that's the firm that they're using. It certainly
I'm
is
sure they have plenty of
right.
experience.
I mean, it's a
with it.
reputable firm, but I don't know the individuals.
Yeah.
They did have a representative from Eversource come, and they said that apart from whatever experience they had, and they do recognize some of them, or I do recognize that they had done some similar work prior, a couple years ago, and they're working with the Fish and Game, the Natural Heritage Bureau, which is a portion of New Hampshire Department of Natural and Cultural Resources. They're cognizant of a sensitive snake species out there, the hognose, and so I think that they're kind of working with the state and kind of their expertise on the environmental side of things to make sure that they're not really stepping on any toes.
So, can I just ask, what did the Conservation Commission do with this?
So the ZBA sought comment from us as well because there was a temporary wetlands impact here, and so it was like they were going to put down. I can't remember the term, and Joan just brought it up for covering over the wetlands.
It's a matting.
Yeah, matting there that would protect the wetlands while they did the work. And I believe they're replacing a transmission line that is at or near an intersection of two different corridors off of Brickyard Drive from wood to metal, and it would be about 10 feet taller. I don't think they have a solid number, but that was the ballpark.
So, were there comments that were submitted from the commission to the zoning board?
We didn't have any comment other than we had no objection to the work.
And so we're not asking, being asked to approve this. We're asking if we have any comments to the zoning.
Correct. It's the zoning board that is the authority to accept or deny that application. But we are actually just recommending or comments.
So I had just one more question. And so in order to minimize the damage and the disruption to the wetlands, are they going to be working during all daylight hours?
I believe so. I don't know if they said that outright, but I think it's typical to work during the day, and I believe they're doing this in the spring.
And
And
so Saturdays, Sundays until it's finished.
I don't know if they're working weekends. I
Yeah,
don't know if they covered that either.
I don't know if they work weekends.
But I think that it's just being classified as a temporary impact on wetlands. That that there wasn't any permanent damage being thought to occur or anticipated.
And so there's no great need to finish it as soon as possible.
I think that they were trying to do it quickly. I don't think that it would be more than a couple of weeks. I think was the time frame. Someone on the conservation commission did ask about time period.
Yeah.
I believe it was just a couple of weeks. I have to double check the record.
They are also filing with Department of Environmental Services, the Wetlands Bureau.
And I think, their goal, I think, is it's only a temporary impact. So, and I think they've done these types of projects before where they go in and they make sure that everything is kind of, restored after it's completed. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Those are all my comments.
I don't really see any need for us to comment on it.
Okay.
I don't, one way or the other. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to the zoning board, but there's nothing here that would concern me. It looks like they covered all the bases.
Okay. And you guys feel the same way? Or? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess we can just say, something with the zoning board that we reviewed this project and we have no comments to make. Certainly it's in their purview. So, okay.
Does somebody want to make that a motion?
I'll make that a motion.
I'll second it.
I have a motion by James, seconded by Ron. Do I have any further discussion? All right. All those signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, abstained, motion passes 5-0. Okay, thank you. All right. On to committee reports. Any reports from any committees? Kim?
Just the standard. Next Board of Selectmen meeting will be on Monday, December 13th here at the Town Hall at 6:30 PM. And we're reviewing budget and warrant articles. And the quarterly NRPC Commission meeting will be December 15th. That's Wednesday, 7 PM, 30 Temple Street in Nashua.
Yes.
Do you have Ralph Boehm's email address to invite him? He's the,
Oh, I'm sure we do, but I'll double check.
you want me
and
to just
make
send it
sure.
to you? I'll try to
Yeah.
dig it up.
Couldn't hurt, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure we've added it, but just in case, that's a good call.
Great.
I'll check.
That's all?
Okay, thank you. Conservation Commission met last Thursday, first of the month, at the fire station. And working on our conservation plan, I guess. Jay was at the meeting, giving us a little information on that. The Lower Merrimack Local River Advisory Committee next meeting is December 9th at Nashua City Hall. It's 7:00. And they have a project that needs to be reviewed. So we'll be doing that. And the Capital Improvement Committee did not meet is meeting this Monday, December 6th, in Town Hall at 6:00.
Actually, I think that's been postponed to January.
That one was postponed too?
Yes.
Okay. I know I saw, yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I think it's the 3rd, but I don't want to, wait, whatever doesn't conflict with the selectmen's meeting.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe it was canceled. No, thought I saw something.
Did I hear December 6th?
I thought he said this.
That
I
was
think the
yesterday, right?
meeting scheduled for December 6th, but it might have been canceled. That is quite possible. Yeah, I think you're. Wait a minute. Yeah, here's the meeting.
To January, right?
To January. Yes. Yeah. So it's in January. Capital improvement is the next meeting. Okay. And that's all I have for committee reports. I have minutes from November 16, 2021. Did anybody have an opportunity to take a look at those? Have any questions or concerns? They look pretty good.
They look good to me.
Okay, well, I would entertain a motion to approve them if anybody
So move.
is okay. I have a motion by James. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Sam. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor of approval of the November 16, 2021 minutes, please signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, abstained?
Aye.
Okay, motion passes 4-0-1. Okay. Any other business? Jay, do you have anything?
I do not.
Okay, does anybody else? have anything?
I just have a question for our workshop next time. Do we have an example of a CUP, conditional, whatever? The cup example. Do you remember how we were talking about warehouses and if they went over 75,000? I
Yes.
think we're still working with 150. I just haven't seen one. I think there's one in the back of the zoning ordinances. I thought I saw something there, but do we have an example of one or do you have one that?
Conditional use permits.
Yeah, just so I can see if that's going to, I don't think I've seen one in 5 years I've been here. So if I could see one, because it's supposedly more scrutiny. I just want to educate myself. So if we vote that that's going to be something I am comfortable with.
You're actually going to have one on the agenda for your January meeting. So
Is that before the warrant
we
articles?
haven't
though?
done many of these, but last year we amended the zoning ordinance to allow detached accessory dwelling units by conditional use. So that'll be our first one under that ordinance. So that's going
Yeah.
to be coming.
Is that in time for the warrant articles though? In case we start talking about that.
It'll be in time for the first public hearing on the warrant article,
Okay.
but not our workshop. It'll be after.
Okay,
our
as long
workshop.
as I see one, because I
Right,
want to
so
make
that'll
sure.
be the first
if we
one.
vote.
We have them in our ordinance. We just really haven't.
Yeah, I haven't
Use
seen one in
them.
5 years, so. So, if we're going to have a warrant article that says we are going to use one, I just want to see what one looks like.
Right. Good
And
point.
I'm hearing it scrutinized and I'm hearing legally it holds up better, but I just want to see one, that's all. Just
Sure.
educate myself,
Fair enough.
so.
Great. All right. Well, I have no other business this evening unless, so I guess I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion. I have a second. I got a second. Discussion. All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstained, motion passes 5-0-0. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we will see you soon. Have a good night.